home computer to read the day's newspaper. Well, it's not as far-fetched as it may seem. In fact, both local San Francisco papers are investing a lot of money to try and get a service just like that started. Science editor Steve Newman reports on one person already using the brand new system.
Just to prep myself to get me hyped. 3, 2, 1, blast off. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Noside podcast, Noside's very own podcast, matter of fact. It is me, Antonio, joined here with my good friend and co-host, Brandon Mendoza. How you doing, man?
I'm okay. How's everything with you?
Doing all right. Work week has been awful.
For me, this whole week's been awful. So.
Yeah, I know you've been going through life recently, but we got a lot of stuff in store, a lot of stuff that I can't wait to bring to the table here on Noside in the coming weeks. Should we let them know a little bit about what's going on next week? It's not what you think I'm about to bring up. It's nothing. That's all top secret. Talking about who we're gonna potentially have on.
Oh yeah, I just want to say this is episode 5.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody to episode 5. It's as of recording. This is the 24th.
24th,
Thursday.
Yeah. Thursday, right
Welcome.
Before air day.
Yeah, we're kind of a little close this time. We usually record on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, but yeah,
here we are.
Yeah, life got in the way. You know, I wasn't up for it yesterday, so here we are. Better late than never.
Bringing you guys another podcast.
Yeah. But what did you want to talk about? Something about next week or something?
Yes. So next week we got something a little surprise for everybody. We're gonna have somebody on, our first official guest.
Oh yeah, our homeboy.
Yeah, our homie.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Our homie Giovanni Luyando.
Yeah,
awesome.
He goes under the name Jovi Lego. That is his what he does. He does Twitch streaming, plays the Vigi games, does some Warhammer painting, painting the miniatures. If you want to go check out his stuff, go check him out at Jovi Lego on Instagram. But yeah, he's gonna be our first guest on the Noside. It's going to be fun to have him on. We're going to have a great conversation. I'm excited for next week. Next week's going to be very fun. And hopefully more guests to come afterwards.
Yeah, first guest of many. It's going to be great. I'm excited. He's a really good friend of ours. We've known him for a while.
Yeah, it's going to be great to have him on. But besides the podcast, let's talk about what's been going on recently. Life. Things have been going on. Something weird happened. I know I talked to you about it. Dave Chappelle joining stage with the Foo Fighters singing "Creep" by Radiohead. Did you get to see that video?
I didn't see the video.
That was a trip to watch, dude. It was pretty cool because like Dave Chappelle isn't like an actual singer. Yeah. He's just a comedian. But the hype behind it, like just him coming on stage singing "Creep" and just getting the entire crowd involved, like that's what I love about live shows, and I can't wait to be able to go and see some live shows going on this summer.
Yeah, right? It's going to be great. Yo, aren't we planning to go see
yes.
a band? When is it? August 2022?
Yeah, August 2022. We're
a year
go
away almost, but
it's still going to be a fucking concert, man.
Yeah, it is.
Well, yeah, we plan on going to see Earth, Wind, and Fire touring with Santana. Santana's going to be opening up for Earth, Wind, and Fire, so I'm very excited to go see that show.
That's going to be fucking crazy.
Yeah, and I got a show this August coming up. I'm going to be seeing Megadeth and Lamb of God playing.
Nice. That's awesome.
Going to be able to get into the mosh pit for the first time in probably over a year and a half now. Last show I went to was Slipknot. Got to be in the pit for that. Oh man, what an experience! Have you ever been to any live shows?
No, I think we talked about this before, maybe off air or something. But yeah, I've never been to any.
Yeah,
Earth, Wind, and Fire is going to be my first one, and I can't wait. It's going to be fucking great.
You're gonna be on your deathbed talking to your grandchildren, telling them stories. My first concert when I was a wee lad like yourself was I went to go see Earth, Wind, and Fire.
And that's already an old band for me.
It's very old.
Yeah.
Yeah, to see them touring is crazy.
I didn't think they were still touring. I wonder what kind of people we'll see there.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting show because I mean, like most of the shows I've ever gone to were like heavy shows, like metal, rock. Yeah. Like I said, like Slipknot and Megadeth and shit, being in mosh pit. So we're gonna be around like a bunch of old ass hippies from the '70s for sure.
Right. I was supposed to go see Czarface in 2019.
But COVID fucked it up.
I don't even know if it was because of COVID. I just know that they canceled it like a week or two before.
That would be a great show to see.
Yeah, I don't even think it was a full week before they canceled it. I think it was a couple of days before they canceled it. But yeah, they just canceled it.
Damn, I hate when that happens.
I didn't get to go see him. And then COVID happened. And then I was like, maybe it was because of COVID, but it was never clarified.
Yeah, I was supposed to go see that band Megadeth last August or September. Yeah, I was supposed to see them then, but COVID happened and they had to cancel it. Yeah, I had a lot of shows that I was planning on going to see, but they ended up getting canceled and rescheduled or just haven't been rescheduled, and it sucks.
Did you buy your tickets beforehand, like months before COVID? Or?
Yeah, they're actually a birthday present because my birthday's in February. So I got them as a birthday present for my father, for me and him to go see Megadeth together, and then
February 2020?
Yeah.
That was before COVID hit.
Yeah.
COVID hit March 13th.
Yeah, so just right before I was like, I'm going to go see this show. And yeah, I never got that birthday present. But it's coming up soon in a couple months, and I'm still very amped for it.
With your tickets, can you like renew them, or is it just like it's done?
Yeah. If we bring those tickets, they'll see the date and be like, okay, yeah, it's been rescheduled. So those tickets are still valid. You have the choice to either still use them, or refund them, or cash them in to get other tickets for another show. But we decided to hold on to them just because Megadeth's my favorite band of all time.
Got you. That's awesome, though.
So Dave Chappelle singing with Foo Fighters, live shows soon to come. I want to go to a show at Starland soon. Starland's a cool place to go. It's like a fucking living room.
Yeah, you told me it was a small room.
Yeah, it's just a small little pit where you can stand and stuff, and then right behind it is like the bar area, and you can stand up there. But yeah, it's like a fucking living room. If you go to like a heavy show, like I've gone to see a band called Overkill, a New Jersey thrash metal band. Went to go see them at Starland, and yeah, like you're shoulder to shoulder with people in the mosh pit. I remember seeing a midget, a dwarf, a really tiny person walk into that mosh pit and never came out. I saw him walk in and he was like, yeah, Overkill, woo woo, throwing up the devil horns and shit, and walked in and never saw him again that night. Not a glimpse. I didn't see people looking down like there was a tiny person below him. Nothing. Just
gone.
Just gone, vanished out of existence. The funny thing about that night
maybe he wasn't even there. Maybe you just imagined him.
Fuck, dude. Yeah. Imagine. But, the funny thing about that night was, like, besides seeing that little person, there was a very tall person there, too. Like, gotta be, like, 6'7", 6'8". Like, it was ridiculous. Like, this dude could look up and the bridge of his nose would touch the ceiling. Like, that's how tall that motherfucker was in there. But yeah, saw a tall person, saw a tiny person. I saw the tall person. I can understand why he survived in the mosh pit. But yeah, the tiny guy's probably on, like, the bottom of someone's boot. Poor dude, R.I.P., rest in pepperoni. But also, I remember I was talking to you and Giovanni about this the other day, but Metallica announced that they're going to be doing that Blacklist album with like the 53 artists, all 12 songs from the Black album. It's
just an album of their songs that are covered by other
artists of different genres and stuff. You got Elton John, Chris Stapleton, Miley Cyrus, Flatbush Zombies. I'm really excited to see their song. They're doing the Unforgiven by Metallica, so I'm excited to see what Flatbush Zombies does with that.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, a bunch of cool stuff been happening recently with music, and once again, the live shows coming back. Very excited for the coming months, coming year, fucking just anything other than COVID related shit.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I'm excited for all of that. But anything besides any life troubles you've been going through recently? Anything interesting happening? Anything happening in the life of Brandino?
No, I took today off of work to basically just like rejuvenate,
just kind of zone out, de-stress.
Yeah, I have to say it was really worth it.
That's good.
Yeah.
I could see you have a different type of energy, a different aura
I
around you
needed
right
it.
now.
It was very well needed. Yeah. What did I do today? I hung out with a bunch of friends today. Really,
That's cool.
Yeah, basically all my friends. It was awesome. Had a good time. Yeah, I think that's just what you need when you're just going through it.
Yeah.
Just get out of the house.
Having the friends around, getting out, just getting some vitamin D, that sunlight,
Yeah.
It definitely helps, definitely turns around those stormy clouds that you might be facing.
Yeah, for real, because I was having a shitty week. Like, from Sunday to yesterday, Wednesday.
Yeah,
it was just a bad day, or a bad time.
It'll get better. Times always gets better. Always got to keep a positive mindset with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's how I'm thinking.
Yeah. As long as you're thinking positive, that's all that matters.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm glad that I'm here today, because I wasn't feeling up for it yesterday at all. After work, I was drained, so I just couldn't hold a conversation for more than like 10 minutes. So yeah, I'm glad that we're here today. It's better late than never. Thursday.
Yeah. And as long as we're doing it, and like
enjoying it.
I appreciate your honesty with it, with the podcast, like not like wanting to do it that night, like last night you didn't want to do it because you were drained, and I could tell you want to bring forth your most potential, your most amount of energy onto the podcast. Exactly. And that's what we're trying to do for everybody listening back at home in podcast land. We're here trying to improve ourselves every podcast. I can already tell within 5 episodes now, I can already tell like the drastic difference we've had between episode 1 and episode 5 now.
Big news, by the way, we hit 100 plays.
Yes, yeah, we've officially hit the big 100 plays.
We hit triple digits with the plays.
Yeah, so big thank you to everybody at home that has taken the time out of their day to sit down or while they're at work listen to the podcast and rate and comment and give us feedback. I've gotten a lot of feedback from friends and even strangers, like on Snapchat and the social medias and stuff, just people saying like, hey, the podcast is sounding great, you guys are doing good, and can't wait to see what the future holds.
I got like 2 or like a handful, I would say, of random followers.
That's nice. Yeah, that's cool.
I think that's pretty awesome. So thanks for those who followed. I don't know if I'll follow you back, to be honest with you. I'll just keep it real. But yeah, thank you for those who follow me. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you guys for listening. Whether it's the whole podcast or like half of it or shit. You could even go on Apple Podcasts and just mark it as played, so you get the view. So that's even if you do that, that's awesome of you.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling, like officially, like thinking back to when Noside, like this whole podcast thing was just an idea, just a simple like, hey, you imagine we did that? Just this random little comment.
We brushed upon it once, and then here we are now, episode 5. It is 100 views or plays in total.
Yeah.
102 to be exact, if you wanna.
Yeah, the last time we checked, we hit like 102.
Yeah.
And it just continues growing. Every day I check, it just continues growing. So thank you, everybody. Once again, thank you.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
Since we're on the subject, go give us a follow at _podcast on Twitter and Instagram. And share this podcast with everybody, Share it with your mom, your uncle, your cousin.
Your grandpaps.
Your grandpa, your stepdad.
Dog, third cousin.
Yeah.
Just everybody, dude. Your next door neighbor.
Yeah, your neighbors, your friends, your coworkers.
Yeah.
Share with everybody.
Share with everybody, because this is just a growing process with everybody. Everybody that joins along board this Noside train, this choo-choo train. It's just gonna continue growing more and more and more.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see where it goes, and I'm excited to see more of you guys join in and be a part of this, be a part of this community, be a part of the Noside Army. Whoop whoop. So, yeah. But on other news, other things to talk about, I was having this random thought all day today, and I wanted to tell you about it. And I saw a broken, like, empty muscle milk bottle today on my way to work. Okay, just on the ground, laying there all sad, not muscular, no milk, just plastic. And for some reason, this bottle of muscle milk just got in my head. This empty bottle of muscle milk got into my head, like, no joke, all day. And I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about muscle milk, and I was like, what makes muscle milk muscly? Like, what
gives the milk the muscle?
Yeah, what gives the milk the muscle? Because I always grew up, like, thinking, like being told, like, milk's good for you, calcium builds up your bones and stuff. What's the difference between muscle milk and just
milk?
2%. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck? So I got into this, like, battle with myself talking about muscle milk, like, in my head, and I was like, is muscle milk because it comes from a muscly cow? Like, are they roiding up cows and getting, like, fucking, like, gamma radiation like, steroid out the ass milk? Like, this milk has muscles? Like, the milk is flexing as it's coming out of these fucking roided up, like, fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger cows, man. Like, yeah, so I was for probably a good 2 hours today, just in my head thinking about milk.
Did you discover why it's muscle milk?
No, not at all. I didn't have the energy to, like, go look up muscle milk. I felt kind of dumb looking up muscle milk and learning about muscle milk. It just wasn't something I was too committed on. But yeah, random thoughts that just pop into my head and couldn't get it out. Like, I was getting annoyed. I was thinking about this milk so much that I just kept thinking about it, and it just wouldn't stop. But yeah, muscle milk, dude. Have you ever drank muscle milk? It tastes weird. Tastes really weird. Do not recommend it.
You know what I always thought was weird was back in high school or, like, elementary school, they got you fucking eating, like, burgers and fries and pizzas and everything.
Like school lunch?
Yes, eating the school lunch, and to wash it down, they give you fucking milk. You ever thought about how fucking nasty that is, bro?
Dude, I stopped drinking that milk after one time I got, like, the chocolate milk, like the True Moo, and those fucking cartons, got one, sat down. I was so excited to drink this chocolate milk, because that was, like, one of my favorite things of school lunch was getting the fucking chocolate milk. And I was like, wow, this is some dense milk.
Oh my god.
I tried squeezing the box, and I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, like, it was solid. And went to go pour it out.
It was like sludge?
There wasn't even sludge. I would have been happy. I would have been content if it was sludge, because I would have been like, okay, dude, nothing.
It was like a break inside?
One drop of milk came down. Just a little one.
What was in the carton?
Dude, nightmares. Horror. It was just...
That's muscle milk.
That was muscle milk. Dude, it looked like it was breathing. Dude, it was intense. Dude,
oh my God.
You remember in Monsters, Inc. when Sully lost Boo?
Yeah.
And went through that garbage disposal, and he was, like, crying, holding that block that he thought was Boo. That is what was in my milk carton.
Ew.
From that day on, never drank.
It was just brown.
Yeah, brown.
A brown brick.
It kind of like this white mist to it, almost like a fungus growing. Dude, it was so fucking gross. I don't even know how the like that was pot. Like, what happened to that milk? And I wonder how many other milks in that, like, fucking
container.
Yeah, that container of other milk cartons, like, how many were like that, and what happened to this one to get to that point?
That's nasty. I remember back in high school, yeah, sometimes it would be like sludge, like it just wouldn't be, liquid.
That noise it makes when it comes out of the carton.
That's nasty.
What was your favorite school lunch and your most hated school lunch?
What's God tier and what's F tier?
Yeah. Let's do a school lunch tier list really quick.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Everybody, do this at home. Do it. Do your own school lunch tier list and send it in to us. We'll just look at it. We won't respond or anything. We'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that. But yeah, do that. For me, God tier would be the buffalo chicken.
Yes, the chicken fingers, and you can get the fries with it.
Yeah, buffalo chicken with the fries and the bread roll.
Yeah, I just put that chicken on the bread roll, put some ketchup on it, and fucking eat it like a sandwich, dude.
I would either put ketchup or a ranch on it. That was so fucking good, yeah.
Yeah, that was my main go-to for school lunch.
Yeah.
Was the buffalo chicken fingers.
If someone presented to me that right now, I'd be like, all right, well, you know.
There you go.
Yeah, it's free. Why not? Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, I used to do that. I used to get that, or if I didn't want to get that, I would go to the snack line and just get like a handful of cookies and shit like
devour
that.
Yeah,
just.
So that was for me. God tier. F tier would be fucking. I want to say the sandwiches.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the sandwiches.
I wasn't a fan of the sandwiches either.
You know, there was a steady decline in sandwich making in the cafeteria, I gotta say.
Me too.
Because there was a point when the sandwiches were fucking banging.
Yeah, me too. My freshman year was good, but then once I got older, it got worse. And now, if it was bad, if it was like that for me, I can't imagine how it was for you.
Yeah, the sandwiches were kind of hit or miss.
Like, you guys have your sandwiches on rolls or just?
It was rolls.
Okay.
Was it the roll that fucked it up for you? Because the roll was what fucked it up for me. Because sometimes they give you like stale rolls or like just like.
It wasn't the roll. It was I think it was the turkey was super bland. And the ham was super slimy.
Ugh, I fucking hate slimy ham.
Yeah, me too. I wasn't
trying to take slimy ham out of the package, and it's just.
And you gotta wash your hands after you make your sandwich.
Yeah, who wants to wash their hands after making a ham and cheese sandwich? It's a lot of work.
I mean, saying that out loud, it kind of sounds gross. Like, you know, you would want to wash your hands, but it's like.
I don't know. If I'm making myself.
I 100% get what you mean because that happened to me today. Like, I was making a sandwich and my hands were like super slimy, and it's like
feels like you cracked an egg on your hand.
Yeah, it got to a point where it's like there could be enough like ham juice on it, or you could just wipe.
That sounds so awful.
Yeah, it does. Where you could just wipe it on a napkin. You know what I mean? And you could just be fine, but it's like it was like all over my hands, bro. I had to wash my hands. It was like, bro, I just want to eat my sandwich. But no, I 100% understand what you mean. And turkey could be bland as fuck. I don't know about you, but I'm not a fan of turkey. Most turkey, at least.
You know, I'm only a fan of Thanksgiving turkey. You don't like Thanksgiving turkey?
I don't even like Thanksgiving turkey.
I gotta drench it in gravy, though.
See, that's the thing. And like, why does it need to be drenched in gravy? Gravy is so...
You should be able to just eat it alone.
Yeah, it's like... I don't know, but gravy has a lot of sodium in it. It's like... Yeah, so... I don't know. I'm trying to enjoy the turkey, not enjoy the gravy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, okay.
Because at that point, you're not eating the turkey with the gravy.
You're eating the gravy
with the turkey. Yeah, that's a way. I never thought of it like that.
Exactly.
People, dude, I know everybody that's listening to this right now, that's gonna, like, come Thanksgiving Day, they're going to sit at that Thanksgiving table.
Think about that.
Yeah, they're going to be eating their turkey, drenching it in fucking gravy.
And like, am I even enjoying this? No, you're not.
No, you're enjoying the gravy, you fat fuck.
And my favorite kind of turkey, though, is honey roasted turkey.
Oh, honey roasted turkey.
Just because it has that sweet flavor, it's not bland, you know?
What's your favorite ham? I like the Black Forest ham.
I like the honey.
The honey ham? Yeah. Basic honey ham's always good.
Excuse me.
So, dude.
Sandwiches are good. I like sandwiches, but I don't like making my own sandwich. It takes the...
You gotta get that squeezable mayo.
No, I'm just saying, like, a sandwich that's been prepared for me. Like if I go to Tasties or if I go to Subway's disgusting, so fuck Subway.
Guess Wawa.
Yeah, if Wawa or Quick Check or something, if their sandwiches taste better because I don't know, I guess I'm not making it. You know what I mean? It's like I'm
Do you get insecure when you're eating the sandwiches you make?
No. Like, it takes my appetite away when I'm making it. You know what I mean?
Really? I usually get more hungry as I'm making it. I'm like, I'm going to fuck this shit up and making that sandwich.
Because I guess it's the whole process of doing it.
That's you just get bored with it.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, well,
care.
here it is. Here's a sandwich.
Here's the final product. Did all that work.
As opposed to going somewhere and choosing what you want, seeing it put together before your eyes, and then presenting it to you. And you're like, oh, shit.
And you unravel it. And you're like, and you take a bite into it. It's
of that
success.
holy sandwich, yeah. You know what I mean?
You just paid fucking $8.60.
I think that's why it tastes better, because, you know, you're not...
You made somebody make your sandwich?
No, because you're anticipating it.
Yeah, I mean...
More than you are making it.
Yeah, because you're anticipating it and you're like, oh, I wonder what it's going to look like. I wonder what it's going to taste like. Is it going to be, is it going to be enough mayo? Going to be enough meats?
Because, yeah, everybody think about that at home. Like, you know, does a sandwich taste better when you make it, or does it taste better when you buy it? You know, think about that. I say it tastes better when you buy it.
I would prefer a tasty sub over my fucking mess of a ham sandwich.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly. And like, I could buy the same exact ingredients and do it the same way, but it just won't taste right.
I wonder what happens behind the scenes. Like, okay, you remember the night when we got Wawa and you got that fucking soaking wet sandwich?
Oh my god, that was disgusting, bro.
What happened? I wonder what the tragedy was. Like, did the people just not give it love? Did people not give tender
it wasn't even my
care and love
sandwich
to it?
You remember that, right? It wasn't even
it
my
was a
sandwich.
completely different sandwich, right?
Yeah, I got I think it was like a turkey and cheese, and they gave me some abomination of a sandwich. It was disgusting. It was all wet and gross.
Yeah, for the people listening at home that night, where it was me, Brandon, and our friend Giovanni were hanging out outside. You know, let's order some Wawa, watch something, get our Wawa.
Mind you, it's like almost 2 a.m.
Yeah,
it's really late.
And
then we're like, Wawa's open. Let's just get a fucking sandwich. Like, nothing like we thought. You know, they can't mess up a Wawa sandwich. Yeah, you know, it's late.
Fucking Wawa. Yeah, they're open all the time. They're used to this.
Yeah. So
we get the Wawa. We sit down. We're about to grab our food. Giovanni grabs whatever he got. It was fine. I grab my sandwich. It's fine. And then at the bottom of the bag, at the bottom of the barrel, you go to grab your sandwich. And that looked sad as you pulled it out of the bag.
What freaked me out more was that when I touched it, you could feel the moisture through the wrapping. So I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I ordered a ham and cheese. It shouldn't, or a turkey and cheese. It shouldn't be like this. But no, it was a fucking... I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was like a chicken cheesesteak or something.
Dude, that was disgusting. Like a sad condiment sandwich.
It was just disgusting all around. And whoever bought that should regret it.
Yeah, imagine.
They got a terrible sandwich.
I haven't had Wawa since then.
No?
Like, I haven't, gotten a Wawa sandwich or something since that.
Something from Wawa? No. Yeah. I had Wawa last night.
Really?
Yeah, I had a not sandwich. I had a salad.
Yeah, that put a bad, taste in my mouth for that kind of stuff. Yeah. Especially with, shit like Subway. I know we've spoken about it. But Subway, dude, the fucking bread isn't even bread.
Did you hear that the tuna isn't even tuna?
It's not tuna. What is it?
They don't know.
They don't even know? The people that make it don't even know what they're making?
No, I think the people who did the study on the...
the tuna, they just know it's not tuna?
Yeah, there's no trace of tuna DNA in the tuna.
That is terrifying.
Dude, so whoever's eating tuna fish from Subway, you're disgusting.
Yeah.
Honestly... That made me think, because I had tuna from Tasties. Mm-hmm. So, and honestly, I had tuna from Wawa.
Dude, my mouth is watering for Tasties right now.
Dude, my mouth is watering for a fucking sandwich. Somebody making a sandwich.
Somebody at home make a sandwich, send us a picture on Twitter.
We'll come pick it up.
Yeah, we'll come pick it up.
What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, tuna.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it just makes you think, what is in their tuna?
Yeah, what could it be possibly made out of? Children's tears and sawdust. Like,
Not even that. It's fucking like chum with tuna flavoring or something. That's disgusting.
even like think about like McDonald's fucking the fillet of fish. Is that
Oh
really
my god,
fish?
I don't think
Is that
so. I
really
don't know
fish?
what it is.
Even the chicken sandwiches, are they
Is that
really
chicken? Is it really beef?
Is it really beef, dude? Is it 100% all beef Wendy's?
Is it real potatoes and the fries? Like, come on, you gotta like think about that.
Dude, like, what are those fucking buns made out of? What is the bread? Is that shit like
Is
made
that
out of
even
yoga
bread?
mats?
Yeah,
Like,
is that the same case with, or yeah, is that the same case as Subway? Like, who knows, really?
yo, someone's listening to this right now, eating a McChicken, and they're looking at it right now, like, fuck, man. Like,
Yeah, we ruined somebody's lunch probably, but fuck it.
yeah, they're probably eating a liver from somebody in Cambodia.
Or Burger King, bro. That's like super low. on the
Burger
tier
King,
list.
you go there when you only got a couple bucks in your wallet and you need some chicken nuggets.
Yeah, and that's the literally only place that's open.
Yeah, you got like $3.74 in your back pocket.
But what's crazy? What's crazy is that when you see a Burger King, there's usually like a Wendy's or a McDonald's close by.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, I'm saved. Yeah, if you eat Burger King,
There's
you're
a Burger
nasty.
King here. That means something else that's better is around.
Yeah, I mean, Burger King was good back in the day.
Yes, when I was younger,
yeah,
I loved
way
Burger
back
King.
in the day. But then I don't know, just their quality dropped.
Dude, their quality dropped when they got rid of the rodeo burgers. The
Uh,
rodeo burgers were
Was that the
bussin'.
burgers with the barbecue sauce and
yeah,
the
no, fried like the onion
onion
rings
rings
on
in
them.
it? I
Yeah.
remember that. That was like for $1.
Mhm.
That was when I was in middle school, dude. Oh my
Mhm.
god, yeah.
Dude, back when I was in middle school, that shit was still $1 too, dude. I used to get that and like the fucking 10-piece nuggets for $1, bro. I'd get like
Yeah,
50.
that was
I'd get 50
overkill.
nuggets and like 6 rodeo burgers and just get high as fuck.
Yeah, man, that was overkill. Back in the day, Burger King was better than McDonald's.
Because once you're a child, like when you're going through that like early prepubescent, or like you're going through puberty and shit,
You just wanna
You're,
eat.
you're horny, hungry, and now you're starting to gain money, and you're like, wow, I can either
I have the
buy
power.
hookers or buy Burger King, and I chose to buy Burger King.
Yeah, me too. Burger King and weed, and then you split it all with your friends, and you all have a great time.
Isn't it crazy that people buy sex?
Prostitutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess like it's a thing though.
Isn't
Is
it
that-
crazy that it's illegal? I don't see why it should be illegal.
It's not illegal in Vegas.
Well, Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's it. It is kind of crazy. It's like, would you say it's like, I don't know, a business, right?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of almost what we're doing here. Like we're
Don't
doing
say
our
that.
podcast.
Do not say
I'm
that.
not saying we're prostitutes. Hear me out. Hold on.
No.
Here,
Just-
let me get to the end point, and you'll understand where I'm going. Okay.
I don't even think I know where you're going to begin with.
Well, okay. Hold on. I know people at home. They're like, "Whoa, did you just call yourself a hooker?" Hold on. I'm not a hooker.
There's
I'm
there's a
a
difference.
simple man.
Listen. It's not like Howard. It's not.
This is our own business. Okay. This is what we do. Right. She just sucks dick. That's her business.
We use our voice. She uses her throat.
Yeah. It comes from the same place.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're one and the same. Just different experiences. We're doing oral presentation just in different ways.
You know what's crazy? That that there's people who find it fine, like people who think it should be a norm. Like, she wants to be a prostitute, let her be a prostitute. And then there's people who think it's an absolute sin, who like they should not do it at all. It's illegal. They should go to jail. It's crazy.
Yeah, it goes to like double standards and shit, you know. Because even with like OnlyFans and stuff, it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Personally, I think a woman should do whatever they want with their body, but there is always going to be like, that, like I said, that other side where people frown upon it.
Yeah.
And But then, like, you know, there's always that negativity that's always going to be around.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it's the woman's choice if she wants to sell herself for money.
They just cannot act surprised when they do get that hate, when they do have those people that shun them for that, because like you got to expect that.
And you have to understand, it's very, like, it is taboo. Whether you like it or not, it's not spoken
and that's
about.
only an American thing. That's only an American norm, you know, like most other like the whole idea of OnlyFans and stuff, and the idea of sex and how taboo it can be, where you know, like you can see
where you go to Japan and it's like
tits. Yeah, you can see tits on Game of Thrones like it's nothing, but to see a penis, or a vagina, it's like, whoa, what do we fucking hold it up? Put your pants back on, motherfucker. What you doing?
Oh, I was gonna say how in Japan it's like, you know, like everywhere it's it's a lot of things are sexualized in Japan as well. I was trying to get at, as opposed to America, it's kind of like censored.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the same thing in France, same thing in the UK. You know, just sex is like kind of
a thing,
whatever thing.
Yeah, because it is, you know, like whether you try to hide it or not. Mm-hmm. It's there.
Yeah, everyone.
Well,
I want to say everyone, but most people do it.
I think probably if everybody got the opportunity to, they would fuck. You know, yeah. And you know, it's weird to think about, you know, people fucking, but that's what, you know, literally how we got here.
Yeah.
How our kids are gonna get here. Like it's human nature. Just at this point.
Yeah.
Not even at this point, since the beginning of time.
Yeah, since the beginning of time, we came out of a peener. When we went inside of
a vagina.
A vagina. Came out of a peener, went into a vagina, came out of the vagina, and now we're here.
Yeah. Either we have... Well, not we, because... it's just 50-50, really. If you're a male... Oh, God. Probably going to piss people off. Whatever. If you're a male, you have the opportunity to, you know, choose to continue your bloodline. Or if you're female, you have the opportunity to start a whole new, you know, like line of generation.
Now don't forget about the other people. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, God. They canceled episode 5.
Noside canceled. Bow, bow, bow.
No, but yeah, sex is just life. Get over it.
Yeah, sex literally is life.
Exactly,
like, it brings life.
How do we get on this topic,
bro? We're talking about fucking, and we were talking about sandwiches not too long ago.
I know. How do we get to this topic?
Dude, this podcast, man.
Welcome to Noside. It goes everywhere, dude.
What a fucking chaotic episode already. 38 minutes in and talking about sandwiches and fucking and how.
Yeah.
That's that. I think that's like the main, like the holy grails of life is sandwiches, good sandwiches,
and sex.
Fucking
yeah.
We
say doing taxes though.
Yeah.
We don't call it the sex.
Yeah,
we say we're doing taxes.
Yeah, a little inside joke with Noside. When it comes to fucking, it's actually doing taxes. So when you got a Tinder date that you gotta go see, you gotta go smash, your lady friend's parents aren't home, and you gotta get over there on your fucking Razor scooter quick as fuck to smash them cheeks.
Mm-hmm. Or if you need to go catch up with your ex, you could go do taxes.
Yeah, taxes. When you're walking out of the house, your mother's like, hey, little Timmy, where are you going? It's 9:30. Oh, I gotta go do taxes with Rachel.
What the fuck?
Oh, okay. Taxes aren't due in another 3 months, but okay. Just trying to get it on early, Mom. We're gonna be doing it tomorrow as well.
You know, my mind heavy.
Taxes. I like taxes. Not the federal taxes, but taxes.
Tax evasion.
I'm fucking invading something, let me tell you. But yeah, guys. God, you know, I know we repeat ourselves every episode as we get into the next episode, saying like, wow, it's crazy that we're another episode in. But guys, you don't understand. Like, I know we brushed upon it earlier in the episode, but just the fact that Noside, like I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it right now, because this was just merely an idea at one point, like all things do happen. But you know how you have those ideas, those kind of like how it came to be between us, you know, just like, oh, it'd be cool if we had a mic in front of us. I think people would find it funny.
Yeah.
And never thinking that would actually come like to light. Didn't think it was going to come to life.
I never thought 100 people would.
Yeah, I did. That's the thing. Like, that's what gives me goosebumps, is to think like where we're at already, and the following we're already gathering, and the feedback we're already getting. Like, it warms my heart a lot, knowing that we're having some sort of effect on the world.
Even if we bullshit and we talk about nothing. To be honest, I wasn't like, from yesterday, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do the podcast today. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to give my
That's how down in the dumps you were.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy you were able to climb out of that hole to provide another fun podcast, another chaotic podcast from the heart of Noside. And I'm sure everybody's happy to hear your voice once again.
Yeah, man. You know, yeah, I just been going through it a bunch. It's hard. You know, I had you and Giovanni to talk to, which really helped. I don't know, yeah, I've just been really depressed a couple days, and I'm glad that I kind of came out of it a bit to be able to give my full performance. Because if I did it yesterday, it just wouldn't have been. You wouldn't have gotten this version of me yesterday.
You wouldn't hear us talking about sandwich making and fucking yesterday. I wasn't even full potential yesterday either, so I feel you.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, everybody has their own shit they're going through, whether it be work or family or a relationship. But honestly, the best thing to do is talk it out. Because after we talked it out, like yesterday? Or what is it? Was it yesterday that we hung out?
Yeah, I think it was yesterday. We hung out and just kind of had like a long conversation about life and venting a little bit, getting it out there, getting it off our chests.
Yeah, you know, it just made me feel like, you know, I wasn't going through it alone. Even though I still feel like I am, but it's like I have support, you know. I'm not in my head. I don't have to be in my head. I could always talk it out, which, you know.
Your mind is your worst enemy. That's how it is.
Exactly.
That's how it is for everybody. And everybody gets in your head, you know, especially at work when you got nothing better to do but think.
Yeah, my God. Work yesterday sucked, too, because I didn't even have my headphones.
Yeah,
so I was literally in my head, all day.
Yeah, it sucks. I deal with the same stuff, I'm sure, just like everybody else, where you get in your head and all week you're just bashing yourself and fucking hurting yourself internally, emotionally, you know, and whereas it's not that necessary, you know, like shit sucks sometimes, and everybody has their falling point. People do take their defeats, their L's.
Somebody always cares. That
as long as you got people that you know care about you, and you keep your head in the right place, you keep your heart and your soul in the right place, and you just keep trucking along, you keep going forward, and over that hill at some point there will be success. So there's some words of wisdom from Noside for you guys. Just keep on going, keep on keeping on.
Facts. I don't know where I would be without my friends, because I think my friends helped me out way more in life than my family. And I don't think they listen to this, but honestly, if they do, who cares? Because I don't know, with friends, I think a lot of people feel this, but like, you just have a way closer connection to your friends than you do your family. Because with your friends, you do things that you would never think to do with your family.
You can be you.
Exactly.
With your friends.
Yeah. And whether it's you're talking about your hopes and dreams or, you know, your darkest thoughts, they're there to listen and not, you know,
And if
lecture you.
Yeah, and
really.
if they're good friends, they're always going to be open
and support
and
you.
just listen and hear. That's what I appreciate the most, is people not just like trying to like tell me how to live my life and how to do things. I prefer just an ear. Like if you could just sit there, listen, give me some feedback and stuff, that's what I care about the most. As long as knowing your ears are open and you're taking in my problems, that's what I care about the most.
And I always appreciate advice. Like, don't get me wrong, I would never turn down advice unless it's, you know, bad advice.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to get talked down upon or lectured from my family. When, you know, as like I said, as opposed to my friends, they'll give me advice to either better myself or better the situation I'm in. And, you know, they're supportive as opposed to family who either tries to be supportive and just, you know, does shit, or, you know.
Yeah, I get I get what you mean about just friends being just like a very important support system in your life. You know, like I would have to go to like say you and Giovanni. Like without you guys, I don't know where Noside would be. I don't know where all this would be. Like you guys have been a big support, a big influence into making this happen, and since episode 1 it just keeps getting better, and having your guys' constant support and trying to grow and make ideas and just better ourselves, not even just for the podcast, just ourselves in general, and potentially have a successful future lined up ahead of us.
Yeah, I can't wait. You know, we're only gonna go up.
Yeah,
can't wait
to
have
our friendship.
Seriously, like honestly, I think friends are better than family. Well, maybe that's because of the situation that I'm in, but like you said, you could be you with your friends. With your family, you always have to worry about, I guess, an ego or something.
Yeah, like with family and stuff, and like my experience with it, you know, like you feel like you're judged. You feel like your actions kind of just always stay there, good or bad.
With your family, I think your actions resonate more with them if it's negative.
Yes, and then when it comes to positive, it's kind of like
okay, right. Cool. What else?
Yeah, what else are you doing?
Yeah, what else?
And I remember getting really insecure about that back in the day with stuff like that, because it's like I've always kind of strayed away from the pack, I guess you would say, like the black sheep. I was always doing things differently than others, where like in school people were focused on getting A's and B's and stuff, and trying to get into avid honor roll classes and shit, getting these college scholarships and stuff, and I wasn't focused on that. I didn't care for any of that. I cared to absorb knowledge that I felt was beneficial to me and important and actually like life changing in a way. And I focused more on other academics, you know. Fuck science, fuck history. Like, yeah, they're cool. I got some cool information, cool shit that I've learned from there. But I liked more the electives, like languages, the extracurriculars, like working in wood shop or going to the auto shop, doing fucking music engineering and shit like that. That shit resonated with me the most. And I could see a lot of that knowledge I've gained come back more recently, with especially doing the podcast and the audio engineering and the whole background, the back end stuff of distributing the podcast and editing the podcast, all that stuff I was able to learn from school, and that's the shit that has stuck with me.
It's just easier.
Yes.
Like it's not easier, it stays with you more than, you know, the regular subjects like science or multiplication, math or English.
Especially math. Math was just
honestly,
such a waste of space back in school.
I think so.
Most of it, at least.
You just need basic math, and I think they should teach, you know, how to do taxes and shit like that. I don't know. It's whatever. I don't want to get into that. We were talking about like friends. Like, I don't know. I think friends, like I said, friends are way more important than family. I don't know. Someone said this to me, and it always, you know, stuck with me. Blood is thicker than water but you can't drink blood.
Interesting. I like that.
You know?
I like that. But so blood is thicker than water, but you can't drink blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting thought.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, like, honestly, with family, sometimes you just have to remove the label of that person, of that individual, whether it be your mother, your father, your aunt, your uncle, your cousin. Remove that label and look at that person for who they are and their characteristics that, you know, they choose to live by. And then you'll be, you know, you'll see that person for who they are. Like, honestly, fuck that label of mom, uncle, brother. Like, fuck all that. Look at how they treat you, you know, and how compared to how they treat others in your family.
Yeah, instead of it looking at your Uncle Paul as Uncle Paul, look at him as Paul. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, I started doing that a lot more recently. It's crazy that you bring that up, because I noticed I started doing that, especially, like, say, with, like, my father or uncles and aunts and stuff. I looked at them with that label, like, as an aunt, as an uncle, and I felt like it almost like an authoritarian role, like they were almost like a teacher or something above me. Just like, because of them having that label gives them this form of authority, and it made me not be able to, like, talk to them just openly and freely and just express myself. So that goes back to what I said before, where you can just be yourself with your friends. I always had the issue of not being able to be myself around my family, but more recently, like with my aunt and uncles or my dad, even mother, like, I was able to just kind of disassociate from that father son or uncle nephew role and just be a person with another person. And I've had a lot of cool conversations and have opened up and has changed a lot of, like, relationships I have with certain family members.
Yeah, because, like, yeah, they could be your mom or they could be your uncle, but they could still do some shady shit to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, we're all human beings. It's just a label, aunt, uncle, whoever it may be.
Yeah, on the other spectrum of things, they could be a fucking horrible person. You know?
Like, what if a random person did that to you? Think of it like that. Like, we're all just human beings. You know what I mean? It's like,
that label doesn't, I guess, give a excuse or a pass
to do anything.
Yeah.
Like, what? Because you're my uncle, I have to, I don't know, hook you up with this, that, and the third, or because you're my mom, I had to show you respect, even though, you know, you're, you know, disloyal to your own son. Like, I don't know. Like,
but yeah, that's where it comes back into play with friends being very important.
Yeah, that's why I think friends are more important than family, because if they're disloyal to you or if they show any kind of disrespect, you could either check them, like, yo, like, don't talk to me like that, and you could be on the same level of respect again, or you could just cut them off. And then it's like, okay, whatever, I'll never have to deal with them again. That's why it's like, friends, it's more of a fragile relationship, I feel like.
It can twist, it can mend, it can bend. Friendships can go either way, you know.
With family, it's more of a, this is how it is kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where if you go to change that way of living, it's looked upon as you're being disrespectful, you're being rude. Don't do this because I'm your mom or your aunt or your uncle. You can't do that to me. And
now that bad altercation that you had with said family member, right? You're going to see that family member again. You're going to see him the next family dinner.
Exactly.
So, like, that, there's still going to be that bitterness that stays because for some fucking reason, especially within families love to hold bad blood against other family members.
And they never want to address it. They never want to
address it. Just make scenes at family gatherings or shit, so everyone else is like, what the fuck is going on?
And when you go to address it, it's either like you're the crazy one or, you know.
And there's always that awkward silence throughout the family that night, you know, and you're just kind of like looking around and everyone knows what's going on, but we're just not talking about it. And that shit gets annoying. And, you know, like, when shit like that happens with families, I always resorted to my friends. If I had an issue with, like, say, if I got into an argument with a parent or a family member,
I would leave go to a friend.
I would leave, hit up a friend, and go
talk
have
about
a good day.
it.
Yeah. Vent about it, and then just continue on with my day with the homie or homies, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's always a weird topic because it's like, at the end of the day, you're always going to have love for your family.
Because, yeah, and you never want it to get to the point where it's like, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
You never want that to happen.
That's always very sad.
At some points in life, it may have to come to that because, like I said, excuse me, blood is thicker than water, but you can't drink blood.
And I feel like family can also, family or even parents, I guess, could have a different effect. It could go both ways, whether it's they're supportive or they got a chain on you.
Mm-hmm.
And that chain is there because they want to forge you and craft you into this image that they have preconceived before you were even born.
They want to make you into the image that they saw.
Yeah, like when they
in themselves
when your
before
you
were born.
Yeah, when your parents were fucking dating before you were ever born, and they were in their car one night watching the sunrise go down or the sunset, and just fucking daydreaming like, oh man, I hope we have a boy or a girl first, and their name will be this or this, and I want them to go to school and college and get straight A's and be a fucking athlete, this, and this, and then when they have their kid and then they realize that the hard realization of their child isn't what they fucking planned in their head, they then find this animosity towards their child, like the child is doing something wrong.
Exactly.
Because the child isn't following in this sort of path that their parents had set for them.
Yeah, exactly. Where I feel like at that point you should just have no choice but to support them, because if you wanted to reach that goal that you want your son or daughter to reach, if you wanted them to reach it so bad, why didn't you go after that?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why did you decide to stop your life and have a child at that age?
You know, I had a conversation with my mother today, and I was a little upset, but I get, like, at this point in my life, I understand, like, the role she's playing and like the way she thinks of things that I'm doing. And I had a conversation with her, and I was like, I made the comment where it's like, I don't think a human being is needed to have this same, the generic 9-to-5 job, come home, eat dinner, see your family, your wife, your kids, go to sleep, and repeat that 5 or 6 days a week. I don't think a human being needs and should live like that. But in my mother's head, and I guess that older mentality,
that's the way of life.
That's it. You're born, you go to school, you get good grades. Yeah, you go that fucking, I guess, like that year or two after school, or I'm guessing they're 4 years in college. That's their time to have fun. And then after that, fucking accountant job behind the desk for the rest of your life, 9 to 5 until you're 60 something and can retire with some fucking flimsy fucking 401k or retirement plan that might fucking make you last a couple years. And next thing you know, you're fucking crossing kids at a crosswalk after school because you're trying to make some money. I don't want to live like that.
Me either.
That is something that I dread, and I wouldn't even say dread. I would just say I want to.
That's miserable.
It's miserable, and I want to do whatever I can in my power, whatever strength, whatever creativity I have, and just overall, to summarize it, I'm fucking hungry. I'm hungry, and I do not want to end up in a miserable, repeating Groundhog's Day of a life. I want to be able to do stuff. I want to create things, and I want to be able to create things that I can show to the people, like Noside, to the people listening. Like this is our craft at the moment. This is what we love to do, and I'm going to continue doing it and continue
until we're able to monetize it and make it in our source of income and make it.
Yes, I want to be paid to do the things that I love. And I think everybody should be able to do that. I feel like everybody should be an entrepreneur of some sort, to create, to do what they want.
Honestly, I didn't know this is what I wanted to do. Like, I'm on board with you.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I want to do as well. I always had a feeling where it's like I wanted to be heard,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be through music, because I have played instruments throughout my life, whether it be any way, you know. I just wanted to be heard. I wanted to be noticed, and I think this is it.
Yeah, I can relate to that, you know, like not knowing this is what you wanted to do. So not knowing this is what you wanted to do, and then also wanting your voice to be heard. And even the one being like the one that first created this idea of Noside,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do this just to be able to, this was my excuse to just talk with the friends, with people of New Jersey, of Noside, and just have conversations. And I kind of wanted to do it as just a hobby. And then the second we locked in, first episode, we locked in, clicked record, and we started talking, went through that hour-long podcast, finished recording, and I knew right there this is what I wanted to do. This was something that has been in the making for probably years in my life, just out of the interest in the things that I've done, streaming
Everything
on Twitch,
that you
making
went
YouTube.
through built up to this.
Yeah, all the filmmaking and photography and audio engineering classes that I took, and just producing stuff and creating has led to this point. And I feel like have finally clicked in. I finally put that last puzzle piece into that puzzle, and the picture is clear. And I know, like, okay, this is it. This is what I want to do. And I'm lucky to say that I have people like you and Giovanni alongside, on board with this whole thing. Friends, family, have shown support, and this is actually kind of like the first time where my family has shown me a lot of support in what I do and what I plan on doing in the future. Because, you know, the family always hits you with that, like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing a podcast. Oh, okay, well, how much you make in a year? And they always try to, they try.
It's always about money, not like, are you bettering yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get it, are you bettering yourself financially? But it's like, what about mentally? What about health-wise? Anything else, really? Like, it was always, how's your grades and how's your pockets? You know, with family. Like, lay off.
Yeah, like, and I feel like that kind of entraps kids growing up, and it limits dreams and it limits creativity.
Yeah.
And I know what it feels like for that creativity tap to run dry, and I know how it feels when that shit is fucking spouting like a waterfall. And right now it's like a waterfall for me, and a couple months ago it was dry, it was like the Sahara Desert, and I don't want it to ever be like that again. And that's why at this point I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Don't care. If you don't like what I'm doing, if you don't like that I'm doing Noside, if you don't give a shit about what I say into this microphone and then ends up going into the airwaves of podcast land, the sound waves of podcast land, if you don't care, I don't care.
Yeah, just don't listen.
Yeah, just don't listen. If you just think that doing a podcast is silly and I should be working a 9-to-5 job behind the desk,
don't listen
for the rest of my life,
don't listen.
I do not care.
Yeah.
Get fucked, kick rocks, lick windows.
Go work your 9-to-5. We're going to be doing this.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing this, and then go work my job at night, make some money there, and then have enough time to be able to make dreams come true. Because one day we'll be at the top where everybody thought they were, where everybody that was looking down at us thought they were at the top.
We're going to be above them.
We're going to be above them.
And we're not saying this on no, like, cocky shit. Like, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's not even just being cocky. It's just, this is my desire. That is my hunger.
Yeah, just either you're along for the ride with us or you're not. Like,
yeah, it's just simple determination.
Yeah.
Not cockiness, not just showboating.
Determination, this is our goal, and we're going to strive for it, and we're going to get it. Yeah. And just like how you thought, not you, but the audience, how you thought you weren't going to fucking do this, that, or the third, and you did it, that's what we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do it.
Perseverance. That's all that matters. We're gonna persevere through the gray cloud that might be overhead of us. Like, say how you said you had a shitty week this week.
Mm-hmm.
That gray cloud is gonna be sunshine at some time, brother.
You know, I didn't even tell my family I'm doing this podcast.
No need to.
Yeah, I told my aunt's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like, not even anybody part of the family.
No need to, because one day
I just know if I told them, it would just be straight like backlash, negativity, and expecting more.
Mm-hmm. That's why, like, when I told my family about the podcast, I was already locked in. I was already getting equipment. I was already making the logo. I was already getting the social medias together. I was already deep in to creating the podcast when I told them. And I was like, this is what we're doing. This is what we want to do. We're going to continue doing it. That's it. And they're like, okay.
That's awesome that you have supportive family, because I feel like with mine, it's the opposite. I feel like whenever I told them my quote unquote dreams or aspirations, they would be like, but what if that doesn't work out? Or,
yeah, I hate that.
But what's next?
Yeah,
what
plan
after
B?
that?
What are you going to do if that doesn't work out?
Exactly.
Like,
and that always just tears you down.
Yeah, because then now you're in your head thinking, like, fuck, what if this doesn't work out? When is this going to end? When is it? And then you get in your head, and then that fun thing that you were doing, that hobby has turned into a task.
It doesn't turn fun anymore.
It's not fun. It's just a thing that's in your way that day that you got to do.
That question needs to be brought up to you by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
What if this doesn't work out?
Yes, those are things you got to work out in your head.
Mm-hmm.
If you're all in, you're all in. You know, I can understand that if you want to be all in, but just be prepared if it doesn't work out.
Yeah, because honestly, there is no guarantee that Noside will work out.
Mm-hmm.
We're going on this ride as blind as you guys are, but we're just gonna work at it.
Yeah, that's all we can do.
You know,
is just keep working at it, keep producing content for people to hear, and so far what we've done, I feel like people have enjoyed.
Yeah, there's always gonna be an audience, like, you know.
Yeah, we just
there's an audience for absolutely everything, bro. For real, like even the bullshit.
All we got to do is just keep click and play.
Mm-hmm.
Keep click and play every week, and keep bringing podcast to podcast land, and just keep bringing content, and then we'll slowly build up a following, and it'll just keep getting better from there. And I'm excited to see in the following months what Noside will become. To everybody listening, just a little reminder as well. Next week, like we said, a little surprise, a little something different. We're going to be having our first guest on. And hopefully more to come. Got a lot of people that we want to talk to. A lot of people we want to meet as well.
A lot of ideas.
Yeah, a lot of ideas, and this goes back to perseverance and determination. We have all these ideas, and we have made it clear in our heads, and hopefully to you guys as well, that we are
serious about this.
Very serious about it.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep bringing you guys shit. We're going to have people on. Going to have people on for you guys to end up learning more about them and what they do and the talent within New Jersey, within Noside.
Yeah.
We're at 69 minutes. So, haha, funny,
nice.
Joke, haha. So I think this is a good time to wrap things up. I didn't watch Loki. You did.
Yeah.
So
we'll
watch.
Talk about it next episode.
Yeah, we talked about episode 1 and 2 last podcast. We'll talk about 3 and 4 next podcast.
Yeah. This was this podcast was on the heavier side of things.
Yeah, and I kind of enjoyed it because that shows the fluidity between the two of us in talking about conversations, that we can kind of pull back and have either more philosophical conversations or heavy conversations, and then we could pull back and talk about fucking and sandwiches. Think about that. We started this podcast talking about sandwiches and fucking.
Yeah, and then we started talking about life
and family and
friendships
and mental stability and perseverance and shit. Yeah, dude, it was a great time talking to you as always.
Yeah, man, it was fun.
We're going to have a great conversation with the homie Giovanni in a few days. It's going to be his birthday this coming Sunday. So
yeah, on the 27th on Sunday. So everybody go give him a follow and wish him a happy birthday on Sunday.
Yeah, we'll be making a little happy birthday post on Instagram. So if you are listening to this, once you see that happy birthday post for our good friend Jovi Lego, make sure to comment happy birthday, give him some good wishes. It's gonna be a big day. We're gonna be a big weekend coming up. We're gonna be doing a lot, right?
Yeah, we got a lot of things planned. I hope people like this podcast. Because like I said, it's on the heavier side. I don't know. I felt I don't know if we probably just talked about bullshit, but I felt like I got a lot of shit off my mind and off my chest. And I feel good. And yeah, I feel like this gives the people a little insight of our lives behind, the scene.
Yeah, like
we're not always talking about happy shit,
Yeah,
because life's real.
Yeah, I'm happy the podcast happened the way it did today. I'm happy this episode played out the way it did. Exactly like how you were saying, like you were able to get stuff off your chest and you're able to talk about life. And I try to, when I sit down in front of this mic and record for everybody listening to Noside, I really try my hardest to just take off the filter. I really just try to say what's on my mind. And, we're just recording a live conversation. So you can't get upset with yourself or angry with yourself if you say something that might not be correct.
Or you could change your mind on it a week later. So
Yeah.
Like, we're human beings, like we said.
Yeah, this isn't scripted. We're not coming in here with notes of information. Like, we're really just, everything we've said is just off the cuff. We didn't plan on talking about sandwiches and fucking in life. We didn't plan on talking about that.
We just sit down and hit record.
Yeah.
We said this before. We're just two dudes on a couch with a microphone.
Yeah, and just to explain to you guys, like, how we started off, right? Brandon, you got here, and we sat down for a couple minutes right before the podcast. You looked at me. You were like, "Are you ready?" "Yeah." "Are you ready?" "Yeah." That's it. And then we walked in, got inside, got ready, and then clicked record. That is our preparation for the podcast.
And just last night, like, I don't know, I was a totally different person. I was just, I basically last night had like a mental breakdown, and I was just venting to my friends. And that wasn't last night. That was Tuesday night.
It was Tuesday night?
Yeah, that was Tuesday night.
Time has been fading together a
Dude,
little bit.
For me,
week.
this whole week has seemed like one day because I was so like depressed and down in the dumps.
Well,
but I'm glad that like I said, I'm glad I was able to bring my best performance. It might not sound like it because we're talking about deep shit, but yeah. I'm glad. Yeah,
and I know people listening can't see you right now, but like I said, I think at the beginning of the podcast, you definitely have a different ray of energy today, or as of right now, you definitely got a little color back in you, and it's nice to see. It's nice to see you're able to get out of that hole,
thanks, man.
And bring your best performance. But anyway, everybody, I think this is a good time where we can end off the podcast. We talked about sandwiches, we talked about fucking, and we talked about life, ladies and gentlemen of podcast land. It's been an interesting conversation. Great, once again, sitting down with you talking.
Yeah, it was really fun. I had a good time today.
Social medias, Instagram, Twitter, make sure to go follow us at noside_podcast, like always.
You can follow me at bmendoza127
and me at ant__farm. You can find us on Spotify, Google. You can find us on iTunes. iTunes, you have the capability of commenting, subscribing to us, and also reviewing the podcast. So if you haven't already and you have the spare moment while listening to this right now, give us a little review. Tell us give us some feedback on the iTunes. And let us know what you think about the podcast. Give us a 5-star rating or give us a 1-star rating. It's your choice completely. So,
yeah. So thank you for listening. And yeah, if you're feeling down, like I was, just keep your head up and know the sun comes after the rain. So it'll get better.
That's nice. You have anything else to say?
No.
All right, guys. Been episode 5 of the No Side podcast. I love you all dearly, everybody that's listening. We've hit 100 plays, and surely to grow to 200 and 300 and 400, and to continue.
To infinity and beyond, brother.
Like always, how we wrap this podcast up. You ready to go get high?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, guy. Fist bump once again. Bye, guys.